Guild Ball fans around the world, welcome to another episode of Laboratory Longball. You are, of course, here with your Hotgates Gaming host, James, and today I'm joined by a very special guest. Today, next to me, we have got Grant from the Art of War Studios.
Hello, thanks for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for coming all the way up from Dover.
That's not a problem. Definitely worth it to be here.
We've had a great catch up, haven't we? We've met at Salute briefly. We have been talking a little bit because you have offered to support Laboratory Longball and the Guild Ball series going forward. So all of you guys out there who are fans of Guild Ball, you've got Grant to thank for a lot of things coming up. The big one is being I finally have Alchemist tokens. Woo! Woo! Because that's what you do, isn't it? You have created some Guild Ball tokens and measuring instruments that have gone down very, very well.
Yeah. Our Guild Ball line of tokens and templates have proved exceptionally popular. Thank you very much for everyone for the support. And we wanted to give a little bit of that back and get involved with the community.
And that's definitely happened because Grant has got a very special offer if you are a Hotgates gamer. So if you are subscribed to this channel, Grant has very, very, very kindly offered to give you a 5% discount on any of his products from Art of War Studios. What's the website?
That's right, artofwarstudios.co.uk.
Brilliant. I'll put that in the link in the video description below, so make sure you go and check that out. Also, if you're a Hotgates Gaming Patreon supporting this channel, making content going forwards, then in fact you will get a 10% discount on any of those token sets and anything else that you guys produce. And they're very, very high quality, which is going to be good. And you're also doing something for the guys at Vengeance, aren't you?
I am, yeah. We're going to be supplying some prize support. And I think we're also giving some other bits and bobs. I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to give away any secrets or anything. But yeah, we're going to be helping out there. We're hoping to have a stall there as well. So if you need some stuff on the day, we should be able to help you out.
Very exciting. Now, we're not here to sell tokens or Art War Studios, but thank you so much for supporting the channel, because obviously anything that we can do to keep this going forward, I'm sure all of the Guild Ball fans out there want to see this show continue. If you don't, what are you doing here? Go away. do one. But if you do want to see us continue going forward, of course, you can back us on the Patreon. But yet another way that you can help support us is, of course, backing this guy here, because he's now going to be supporting the show, which is brilliant. But you've come here to play a game of Guild Ball. Yep. And of course we are using the Alchemist because it's Laboratory Longball. And who have you brought with you today?
Today I've brought my Masons to see if you can
finally
beat the track record. Yeah.
I've got a terrible record versus the Masons, and a big part of that, I would say, honour has been a big problem for me. However, you're not bringing honour this time, are you?
No, for my very first time, so it's going to be awful.
Shame on me.
I thought,
when I lose.
Yeah, you really better win.
I do this to other people all the time. You better be, you're an experienced player. And then, the Chris Hayes of this world somehow lose to me. I've got no idea how that happens. Now you're doing it to me. You brought Hammer with you.
Yeah, I've got Hammer today. I'm going to give him his first try on the pitch. Hoping he's going to be as good as everyone says he is.
Fantastic, yeah. There's some good things on the grapevine about Mr. Hammer and his Hammer time, especially with the veteran Harmony.
Yeah, veteran Harmony and Hammer looks to be a nice matchup, and possibly Tower as well. Lots and lots of damage mitigation.
Definitely
should be fun.
Should be some nice synergies there. So fingers crossed that the Alchemists can find. Well, I'm not going to blame it on them. That I can finally take down a Masons team. We're going to do our best. So guys, sit back, relax, enjoy, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Laboratory Longball. Let's show you the teams. And in front of us today, we of course have the home team. It is Midas's Alchemists, and along with him, it's the same lineup that you've seen in the previous episodes. We've got Mercury there for his AoEs, Calculus as well for her blind. I've never chucked out a poison AoE with her yet. Maybe that will happen in this game, we shall see. Compound, who offers a nice bit of support to the rest of the team, pretty efficient with his influence. Then of course we've got the mascot with Flask, and next to him we've got another star player, which is Vitriol. Let's show you Hammer's Masons.
Okay guys, here are my Masons, led by the ever-present Hammer. let's hope that he can live up to his name today and hammer the opponent. Next to him we've got Chisel. Absolutely adore Chisel. She's like a little package that can do everything. The ever amazing Mallet. The gives me tooled up, I guess that's great, Marbles. And Tower and Brick. I know a lot of people are going to have some issues with me taking Tower to the field, but I'm hoping to use him alongside Hammer to get some good synergies out of him.
Absolutely gorgeous paint job on these guys, I have to say, Grant. Really good job, and I'm loving your goal as well.
Thank you.
Hopefully they perform less well than they look. Let's get this game started. So first things first, of course, we need to roll to see who is kicking and who is receiving. Let's see what it goes to. And it's going to go to you, Grant.
Ooh.
What are the Masons going to do?
I will receive, I guess.
You're going to choose to receive the ball. And here's the pitch as Midas looks to kick things off for the Alchemist here. He's going to move up his 5 inches just to this position here. And then he's going to be aiming to kick the ball into this position right towards the centre of the pitch there. So first of all, is it a successful kick? He's got a kick of 3, I believe. So here we go. Is it successful? And it is. So it's going to go in the direction of... It's going to go in the 6, and it's going to go 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. 6 inches, I can't do that, so I'm going to have to re-roll. So it's going to go in the 5, that's better, and it's going to go 6 inches. Yes, so there we go. So the ball's going to go 6 inches from the 5 towards the cover over here. So as you can see, the ball bounced nicely behind that bit of cover there, and the Masons have allocated their influence. We have 2 there on Tower, we've got 3 on Hammer, we've got 1 there on Brick, I'm doing well to remember these names. Chisel is there on 3, we've got the Baboon on 1, and we've also got... Oh, I hate him so much, it's Mallet. He's got 3 on him there. In the meantime, with the Alchemists, 4 have gone on Vitriol over here, and not a lot on the rest of the team there. Calculus has got 1, and then we also have Midas, he's got his 7 there, so we're interested to see what they do. So there we go, that's our pitch as we go into turn 1. And Tower's going to start things off here, so he's going to move up 5 inches, which is perfectly 1 inch away from the ball. The ball is going to snap to, and then he's going to spend that 1 to kick the ball back to Hammer. So he's got a kick of 6, he's got a kick of 6 inches.
Yeah.
And 2 dice? 3?
3, my goodness, he's actually potentially going to do this.
Fantastic. So, here we go. Is it a successful kick? And it certainly is. It goes in, you generate a point of momentum using your lovely momentum tokens that you've got here, which I'm very pleased to be getting. No longer will I be using those D12 things, which I'm terrible at using. So the ball goes there, and then you were thinking about spending the next one.
I'm actually going to spend this momentum straight away to dodge Tower back to here. Next to the obstacle, and then with that last point I'm actually going to spend to put defend the ground on that piece of cover. That's not that one. Which means that he will be able to go into a defensive stance for free if anything charges him.
Fantastic, so there you go, a little bit of tower action. That throws things back over to the Alchemists. And the Alchemists are going to start things off with Flask, who's just going to move up to this area here. And with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful template, he's going to pop smoke and make sure that that is going to go over those guys there. So it's going to be back over to the Masons. Next up for the Masons, it's Brick. Brick's just going to be moving up 4 inches, and he's actually going to keep the influence on him. So some tricksy Mason trickery here. Back to the Alchemists. And I've got no idea what the Masons are going to be doing. Maybe I'm falling into the same trap that I did when we played against the Masons in Abattoir away days. But I'm looking confusedly across the pitch, a quizzical glance at my opponent, and having no idea what's going on, I'm just going to shuffle Mercury just over a little bit into that position there. Back to the Masons. It's Marbles next, and Marbles just going to be shuffling around, leaving his influence on him again. More Mason's trickery, and just going up in front of Brick slightly there, throwing things back over to the rather confused Alchemists. And next up it's going to be Compound, who just trundles forward, keeping the back end of his base within 4 inches of the goal to put things back over to the Masons. So here we go, it's turn of the Hammer. He's going to be, well, before he moves forward, he's going to steal a point of influence from Brick here, and he's going to use that to improve his ball skills using Ball Hog, there we go. At which point he's then going to try and kick to Chisel, as you can see over there, and that's going to improve his kick slightly. So he's now kick of 2 to 3. So does he get it on the 4+? He certainly does.
Excellent.
And the ball goes over, so you gain a point of momentum.
Again, I'm going to spend that straight away.
Fantastic.
to move Chisel up.
Oh, she's getting closer.
Probably not going to go too far because I don't want to get too close to Midas, but she'll go to about there.
She's going to go to about there? Yeah.
With that ball.
With that ball.
I'm blocking brick a bit there, but oh well, and let's cross that.
So there we go, and then he's going to sprint up, just his 6 inches to there. And that's him. He's going to leave some influence on him, is that right? Or is that him done?
That's him done, yeah.
That's him completely done now. So there you go, that was Hammer. I'm worried, I've got no idea what's going on here. Let's go back over to the Alchemists. So it's very cagey stuff here, and I've chosen to actually go with Calculus here, who's effectively going to waste that one there, and she's just going to move back into this position, just a little bit away from that defensive hub there. So let's see what the Masons do with their next activation. So it's the turn of Chisel, and she's going to be moving forward here, but before she does that, she's going to pass the ball. She's going to pass the ball over to Mallet, and she's got a kick of 2. So is she successful? She is. So she is successful there. The ball, you generate momentum, which you are going to spend.
I will spend, yeah.
You're going to spend.
I would like to save some, but I just realised I can bring Mallet up a bit closer.
Yeah, Mallet gets a bit closer there.
Yeah.
Scary, scary. So he's there now with the ball. And now she's going to put sadism on herself after she moves. Is that right?
That's right, yeah. We'll move her first.
Yep.
She's going to move to about there, I think.
Yeah, that was the 4 inches.
And then she'll spend 1 that she's got left to activate sadism.
And of course, sadism means that she will recover health, if she's lacking on health, of course, if there's any damage done to anybody else. So there we go. That's it for Chisel. She's leaving 1 on her.
Yeah.
Oh God, see, it's really throwing me off.
I can't do anything with it.
You can't do anything with it, right? That's all
I'm doing it with Hammer, but yeah.
This is all I need to know. So it's going to go back over to the Alchemists. Grant just said it absolutely right. On the side of awesome. I love that. I love that. It's really cool. So I've just been working out here. Why not? Come on. This is a match report series, right? This isn't a tournament. Let's give things a go. Yeah. Midas is going to do some cool stuff here. He is going to move up. He's going to go up, so he is an inch away from Chisel, which keeps him outside of Brick's fun and games. And we've worked out 4 push dodges will get him to where he wants to be next to Mallet. And he has some left to potentially steal the ball and score. That's what we're hoping for here. But let's see if we can do that. Okay, so he's spending his first one, and he is going to be hitting against Chisel. So he is tack 6, and she's 3s and 1, right?
Yep.
3s and 1. So we're going to roll that now. And he gets 4 hits, which goes down to 3 hits, which is enough to do what he needs to do. So we're going to do that now. And of course that's going to generate me a point of momentum. So I'll put that back on my goal, like so. And we're going to spend the next one to hit her again. So some complaints for all of the push dodges, momentum push dodges from like the last time. Definitely Butchers and Brewers players. It's a completely different way of playing, of course. But this is what you do with Midas. Generate that momentum and do lots of good positioning and the like. And stop other things from being able to do cool stuff. So here we go. We've got 3s and 1, and they all hit, and that goes up to 5 there. That's 5. Now that is going to be enough to do 2 damage and a momentous push dodge. So we're going to look at doing that now. There we go. Second point of momentum. I'm going to pop that in the goal like so, and we have pushed Chisel back slightly as well as moving our inch. So we're going to use number 3 here. Hopefully get a hit as good as that. That's what we're going for. 3s and 1s. And not as good that time. That time it's going to be the 3. So we are going to do a momentous push dodge. Momentum point number 3 goes over there, and now we're just over an inch away from Mallet, and we've pushed Chisel back a little bit more. So we're going to hit her 1 more time here. Want a good roll. That's our cock dice. And that's not fantastic. So we get 2 hits, but that is enough to do our momentous push dodge. So we're going to do that now and get ourselves in range of Mallet. So at this point, I am engaged by both Chisel and Mr. Mallet, so I'm actually going to spend the momentum that I just got there. So I'm still on 3 as I go to hit Hammer, which is going to give me 2 left. So I'm going to hit Hammer here. Now Hammer is 3s and 2. 3s and 2. So I want a really good roll. That's a terrible, terrible, terrible roll. Okay. So there we go. It was 3s and 2. So we only get 1 hit, which is not what we need. We needed 2 minimum. So what I'm going to have to do with that is a heavy burden. heavy burden, which is -4/-4 move. Now you've only got hammer to go, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I might as well momentously heavy burden him. Oh dear me. So definitely not the result that we wanted there, but we are going to heavy burden Mallet as we spend our next one, and we're also going to spend the point of momentum that we just gained, praying for a little bit of a better roll here. Okay, so it means that we are going to still be, we're going to be up to 6. We're not out of range of chisel here, which is a bit of a pain, but let's give this a go. We want to see all 3 pluses. All 3 pluses here. Oh no, it's terrible.
Oh, it's even worse.
It's even worse. So there we go. You can see that, and then 2 come off. It's absolutely zilch. So Midas's little foray onto goal, it's left him rather exposed. He's definitely not going to score. Oh dearie me. So no momentum gained for that one, and we're going to work out what we're going to do with that last point of momentum. Dear oh dear oh dear. That was rather terrible. So he's not going to score. So we're going to spend that last one. Oh, we're gonna have to use this here. We're gonna have to use a point of momentum, so which means we're back to 2 to make sure I've got the 6 dice. So this is very worrying. Poor Midas, I need to try and get this clone up really. I really do need to try and get this clone up. So here we go. Wish me the best of luck. Remember, 2 off for armor, which is no good at all. It's not what we want. We need to get a good result here. Grant has got his hands clasped together. He's praying for me. 5! Oh no! It's terrible!
No!
I get 1. I get 1. Because 2 come off for armor, so I get 1, which would be a heavy burden, but you can only do that once, so don't even generate the point of momentum. So I'm just going to do 1 damage to Mallet, which is obviously wonderful. It's really helpful.
That just makes him angrier.
Yeah, and I am a little bit worried, so what I'm probably going to do is call a heroic play, spend a point of momentum to give him +1 armor. I think it might be an idea, which leaves me with only 1 momentum, so perhaps I have sacrificed Midas. But the bad luck versus the Masons continues. And I'm going to put this +1 armor little widget from Art of War Studios down there now. There we go. Potentially poor Midas. Now, at least there are only 3 attacks here in total. Now you've got 6 here in total, and you've got 6 of course because chisel is 2 inches away.
That's right.
Now you need 5s and 1 armor as well. So could be tough. Could be tough. Let's see what you get. Okay.
Oh god.
So that's pretty good. So you get 3, which is going to go down to 2.
That's right.
Which gives you.
I could do some damage. I could push, but let's face it. This is Mallet. We're going to single Midas out. +2 dice for every attack from now on is going to be great.
Oh goodness me.
And that also gives me some much needed momentum.
It certainly does. So you're going to get +2 dice on top of the 6. So you're going to go up to attack 8 now.
That's right, yep.
As you attack with your second time.
Yep.
So this is pretty handy, and you've got that momentum as well. And you're currently matching me on the momentum front, and that looks like, oh no, it's not great. So 1 comes off, so you're going to get 1.
That's not so good. I can't single him out again, which I'd want to do because of the momentum, so I'm just going to do 1 damage to him.
So 1 damage to Midas, we'll mark that off on the card now, and we might as well film the last one straight in here.
We're going to do it straight away. That's what we want to see.
That's really good. That's really good. So you got
very good.
5, which goes down to 4.
Oh, it's 4 down to 3.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 4 down to 3.
I'm going to momentously knock him down.
Momentous knockdown. So 2 momentum there for Hammer. Stop groaning, you guys watching this video, thinking, James, you idiot, what were you doing? It's all entertainment. But there you go. So Midas is now momentously knocked down and singled out. And who have you got left to go?
That's it for me. My activation's done.
So it's all going to come down to my beloved Vitriol. It's going to be my new Hotgates gaming catchphrase, I think, erring on the side of awesome. Although I'm pretty sure you competitive players out there are thinking, yeah, that's not awesome. So what we're actually going to do is we are going to charge with Vitriol. And we measured this out. Of course, she's starting from cover. She was in range of that cover there, as well as Flask Smoke. And she's going to be charging so that she is 2 inches away from Chisel down there. Now that does mean that you could charge with Mr. Brick, but unfortunately,
he's blocked.
He's blocked.
He's not going to be able to charge through marbles and chisel in order to get there, so it's great positioning.
So there we go. So she has charged. Would you like to declare anything?
I am going to declare a counterattack.
Ooh, a counter attack. Now, Chisel does have lots of nice little dodges, doesn't she? So we're going to need a good result from Vitriol here. So we're going to gather the dice and we're going to see what she can do. Come on, Vitriol, riding on you here. Generate some momentum. Okay, so 3s and 1. So for a really good roll. Oh God, oh gosh, that's an awful roll. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
How is this possible?
It's a terrible roll. These Pundit and Alchemist dice are going to bin, and then 1 for armor as well. So we got 2, which is a momentous push dodge, which is really handy. So I'm going to work out what I'm going to do with that now. Oh dearie me. So I was really hoping to wrap then. I really was.
Would have been helpful.
I do generate a point of momentum, so I'm going to go up to 2, which is the point. And what I have done is I've moved Chisel back a little bit, so her counter attack has been negated. And I'm just going to keep on, because that's what we're going for. We're just trying to generate some momentum, really. We're going to keep on going for hammer. Okay, so we spent 2 to do the charge. We are going to spend another Alchemist token here to hit hammer. And now we've only got 5. Okay, so hopefully I can roll a little bit better. Here we go. Yeah, it is a little bit better, and I'm going to get a momentous push dodge with that, so I'm going to do that right away. And she's dragging him away a little bit here, so here we go. What can we do? We've got the 5, we want all to hit. Oh goodness. And we get 1 hit. 1 hit in total, which is going to be no momentum. Ah! I'm going to do 1 damage.
I have tough hide.
For what it's worth.
He shrugs.
I'm going to tackle him. He's going to shrug, and wow. Now I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with my momentum, because I'm not very happy. Because I think I might have to stand Midas up here. I think I'm probably going to have to stand and just, yeah, that's probably going to be the goal. So I am going to spend 2 of the momentum from there, and I'm going to stand Midas up just so that he's not in as much of a problem. And I believe that's it. After some horrendous rolling from the Pundit dice and from the Alchemist dice, Midas nor Vitriol do what they needed to do there. So it's looking pretty scary going into next turn. Now we are equal here, are we, Grant?
Yeah.
So, gosh, I'm not even sure. Maybe I need to go and get myself hotcakes gaming dice. So you're going to roll with the Mason's dice. What do you get?
A 3, which becomes a 4.
3, which becomes a 4. Oh my eyes, it's a 1, which becomes a 2. And it's going to go to the Masons. So we are going into turn 2 of this laboratory long ball, and it's advantage Masons at the moment, it seems. As you can see, they've stacked up their influence accordingly. Will they go for taking out Vitriol, who's a bit of an easier target? Will they try and get Midas out of the way and get that ball out of the way as well? What will they prioritise? As you can see, Midas has got a bunch, Vitriol got a couple, but also the sort of supporting players have made it onto the influence roster. Let's see what happens. Masons, turn 2, first activation. So Malik's going to give it a go here. He's going to start pummeling on Midas. He's got 4 influence on him, and he's going to spend his first one to do this. So he does have tack 5, and Midas is now out of range. So you're going to go first. I'm pretty sure you're going for the singled out here on...
That's right, yeah.
2, is it?
And
Oh,
just need
wow.
1. Oh, goodness.
So 4 hits, no armour.
Yeah, I will momentously knock Midas down.
Makes sense. So Midas is now momentously knocked down. Oh dear. So you get a point of momentum, and you're going to spend your next one to hit.
Yep, let's do this again. Now we're on 4s.
Now you're on 4s. So you go in needing 4s, and great roll again. We've got 4 hits there.
There's just so many things I can do with it. I'll do 3 non-momentous damage.
3 non-momentous damage. Interesting decision. So I'll give
Yeah.
you the card to mark off, but then you're going to spend your next one.
Yep, let's keep doing this.
Okay. Mine's down to 11, and wow, so you got 3 that time.
That time I will do... I will single him out.
So you're going to momentous single down.
Yep, meant to single out.
So you're up to 2 momentum here.
I'll do that because although I would like to pile damage on him, it's becoming clear to me now that I'm not going to take him out in 1 activation.
Nope.
So now for future activations with other models, we'll be able to hopefully ground him into a small Midas-y paste.
Okie dokie.
So, oh, that's momentum as well.
Certainly was. So you got 2 momentum now. And you're going to hit
Last one.
again. This time you get +2 dice.
Gonna add some show dice. Ooh, show dice.
Here we go. So needing 4s. And that's
Glad I hadn't
realistic.
singled out. Yeah.
There we go. So 4 hits.
We'll go for another 3 non-momentous.
So another 3 non-momentous damage. There we
So,
go.
grand total of 6 damage.
6 damage on Midas there, and but that's going to end it for you. So we're going to go over to Alchemist's activation. It's got to be Midas. He has to go next, otherwise he will die. He will die. And I'm going to activate my my legendary here. So for every influence that I spend, I'm going to gain an extra point of momentum, up to 3, of course. So I'm going to have to sacrifice my movement here, which is a bit scary. I'm going to sacrifice my movement to stand myself back up. Okay, and we're going to spend number 1 here, which gains me a point of momentum. I'll pop that on the goal there. And I'm going to hit Mallet here. So I do have 6 dice. I've got 6 dice, and it's 3s with 2. Are you going to counter attack?
Yes, I think I should do. So yeah, I will be countering this one.
You will be countering this one. So fingers crossed I can get what I need to get here. Let's see. Okay, 3s and 2.
Much better.
Here we go. Okay. Where were you last turn, dice?
Yeah.
Where were you? So we're going to take 2 off that. We're going to get 4, which I believe is going to allow us to do what we need to get here. We're going to choose the result now and come back. And Midas has to, in this situation, do the momentous clone. So I'm going to go up to 2 momentum there, and I'm going to put clone on myself, of course, which means that you are now going to hit me back with your counter.
Yep.
Okay.
So you've got 5.
You've got 5.
Plus the 2 for singled out.
Plus the 2 for singled out. So what do you get here?
Not really going to matter too much. We've got 3.
You got 3.
So clone goes off.
Clone goes off, which of course means that I can make a 2-inch dodge and ignore your attack. Ignore the attack and make a 2-inch dodge. So as you can see, with the clone dodge, I've moved around this side. That does mean that I'm now engaged by the monkey. But we are going to hit again. Now, actually, the monkey himself, Marbles, he is 4s and 1.
That's right, 4 and 1.
Rather than
3 and 2.
3 and 2. 4s and 1, huh? I think 4s and 1 are probably a little bit easier to hit in some ways.
It might be easier just to get the kind of the lower ends off.
Yeah,
a bit more.
I think so, which is what he needs right now. So I'm going to choose to actually hit Marbles here. Okay, so I'm attack 6. That goes down by 1 because I'm crowded out at the moment, and I've got 2 momentum. I am attacking, so I would go up to 3, of course, because of the action. I might as well spend that to bonus time at the moment. So here we go. So I'm going to hit Marbles, 4s and 1, and that's not too bad. So we get 3 off there. I'm going to choose what we're going to do now. And we're going to be doing a momentous push dodge here, gaining a point of momentum, and we're just going to be moving Midas up round this way, going that side of Mallet, and moving the monkey right in front of Brick there. And now that he's done that, he's now going to spend number 3, which gains him a point of momentum. So there we go, we're going to go up to that 4, and he is now going to be hitting against Mallet. So now, he's back up to that 6, he's going to roll. What can he get? It's 3s and 2. So that's not bad at all. And then 2 come off. 3 on there. And I could do a momentous clone.
You've done that once already.
Oh, it's only...
Yeah.
You can only do 1 per turn, are you sure?
Oh, no,
that's heavy burden that you can do. So I might as well... Actually, I'm going to tackle the ball at this point.
Yeah.
Just while I can. I'm going to choose to tackle the ball. So I am going to take that off of him now. So that's the legendary over. Before I proceed, I'm going to spend a point to heal myself. Seems to make sense. So take 4 off of his damage there. Ooh, whoops, knocking over my statues. Good, so he's up to only 3 damage on him, and then we're going to hit you again. Okay, so we've got the 3 here. Did we put clone on ourselves, didn't we? So I'll put the token back on.
Oh no, you
oh no, I tackled the ball, didn't I? Yeah. So here we go. So hitting again, a good result like that would be fantastic. Yeah. So we take that one off there, and that's not too bad. It's
still good, still usable.
So here we go. So we get 2 there, and that's going to give us a momentous 1, and that gives us a chance to do a momentous heavy burden. So we're going to gain a point of momentum, which we're going to put back in here, and we're going to choose who we are going to momentously heavy burden. And that heavy burden we're actually going to put on Hammer here for now. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to hit him again. And what can we do? So we roll, want another good roll. We've not been doing too bad so far, that's not great. So it's 3s and 2, so we get 1 that time. And that would be a momentous heavy burden, but we've already done that. So we're not going to gain any momentum from that, we're just going to do 1 damage to Mallet. Dink. And we might as well hit again. So we can hit again. We are going to bonus time this one. I think, just to make sure that we've got a little bit of safety, although that didn't work last time. Okay, needing 3s with 2 armour. Oh, so that goes, and again we've got 1. So we're going to do a just 1 damage again. And while we're there, we're going to hit again. Now this is really crucial. We're going to have to spend another point of momentum here. Oh gosh, it's going to ruin all of my plans.
Got to get 2 through now. It's got to happen.
Don't say stuff like that, okay? Because you know what happens, Grant, when you say things like that.
I've got to shut up. I'm just too excited.
Oh gosh,
oh, no.
Just 1. 1 damage.
Do you know what? It's still worth taking the shot.
Yeah. So 1 damage there, like so. Okay, so we're going to take a shot with the final one. We're going to come back when we're doing that. Oh dear. Okay, so not ideal, it has to be said, but we're going to give this a go. So we are going to bonus time this kick. So all of that momentum, just think of all of that momentum, just to do this. But it's fun. So we're going to go back up to a kick of 3 here. Okay, and we're going to take that shot at goal. Of course, Mallet was engaging him, but can we do it? 4+ to score.
Oh, yes!
All the 5s, 555 to score. So you gain me a point of momentum, which I'm immediately going to spend to dodge away.
That's a really good call.
And we're going to do, I can't really do that now because I've already shot, but never mind. And as you can see, Midas has just dodged out to that position there, just trying to keep himself a little bit safer. So the ball is going to come out, and you are looking to put the ball just into that position there at the moment.
Yep.
Plus you do need to roll. What direction does it go?
We'll do show dice on the for the direction, which is 4. 4. It's probably going to go straight to Vitriol.
6 inches.
Oh, thank goodness.
1 inch.
1.
So it's just going to go 1 inch to there, and it can snap to brick if you want to.
I'm not going to at this stage.
Makes sense, so there we go. So at the moment it's 4-0 to the Alchemists, but things could change very rapid. So here we go, it's time for Vitriol to pay for Midas's selfishness, I think. And Hammer is just going to, before he goes, he's going to steal some influence from Tower. There we go, so he's going to steal that. So he goes up to how many?
He's doing +1 damage whenever he attacks.
Ooh, +1 damage, this is going to be pretty grim. Now he does have heavy burden on him, but that shouldn't hinder him too much, because he's now going to wander up.
He's going to go, he's actually going to, so she can't get away, he's going to wander straight up next to her, just in case she counters.
Just in case she counters. Now, do you have a 2-inch melee or 1-inch melee?
A 1 inch.
A 1-inch melee, fantastic. Okay, so there you go, you've got 4, and I'm guessing you're going to give her a hit.
Yep.
So I'm going to spend my only one that I have left to call a counter attack. And just hope that you get a terrible roll. Hope that you get a terrible roll. I think you're due one. Here we go. Needing 5s?
Yeah, it's not great.
Needing 5s. That's not bad, you got 3.
That's good. I've got what I wanted, which is the momentous 1 damage and knockdown.
Oh, dearie me.
Which is perfect.
So the momentous 1 damage and knockdown, does that become 2 damage?
Plonk. Yes, it does, yes.
So you've done 2 damage to Vitriol, so I shall give you the card.
The momentum.
There we go, and you also get that momentum as well, and she's now going to be knocked down, so only needing 4s to hit, so she could be in a bit of trouble here.
Which is kind of perfect, so let's hit her again.
Yeah, you're going to hit her again, makes sense. Okay, so you got 2 left after this. What happens? You hit, and wow, that's pretty good. That's 4 hits.
Nice, very nice. And with Hammer, that would be 2 damage, which becomes 3 damage.
So another 3 damage to Vitriol.
More momentum.
So she's lost 5 in total now.
Yep, she's down to 7.
7.
I could do this.
You could.
Maybe.
It'd be close.
Let's try again.
Yep. Yep, 3.
Not so good. Still another 2, which becomes 3.
2 which becomes 3. Yep. So she's down to 4 now.
So I've got to get that 3. I've got to get 5 hits through.
5 hits through, needing 4s.
So I'm going to bonus time.
So you're going to bonus time this one? Hopefully it's as good as my bonus times, Grant.
Yeah, I've just cursed my roll.
1s and 2s! Oh no, it's a wonderful
my goodness, it's a beautiful roll.
It's a great roll.
Beautiful.
6 hits, wow.
6 hits, that's amazing. So yeah, I think we're going to go straight to the 4, which becomes 5.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, you might as well, you might as well, so you don't...
Beautiful, so I get 1 for taking her down.
You certainly do, and she's going to disappear off the board now. She got absolutely smashed there by a hammer. There we go. And that's going to bring the game back to 4-2. 4-2, and now Vitriol is off of the table. So not looking good from that perspective there. But things are now going to go back over to the Alchemists. You've got 4 momentum?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've just built myself a nice 4 momentum.
4 momentum. I'm not sure how I'm going to rival that now. Now it's time for Mercury to do his little bit of fun of games. He's just going to do a little bit of a wander up into that position there, as you can see. And he's going to spend his 2 to fire his big fire grenade. Okay, so he does need to roll to see if this hits either of them. So on hammer it needs 3s. Gets him. So he is now going to be burning. And then on chisel, also needing 3s.
Yep.
And she is also going to be burning. And they both take 2 damage. There we go. So both take 2 damage. And things are going to go back over to the Masons. Next up it's Tower. Tower's just going to move up, snap the ball to him, and then just shuffle forward a little bit. Just into that position there. Ending his activation. Back over to the Alchemists. And Flask is just going to trundle here, and as you can see already, he's just going to pop that little smoke so it covers Mercury there. So things go back over to the Masons team. So now it's going to be Marbles, and Marbles is just going to be moving just around there next to Hammer. Back to the Alchemists. So at this point I am actually going to be a little bit aggressive here. I'm going to move out with Compound, and I'm just going to move him up so that he is engaging both Marbles and Hammer there, as you can see. So a bit gutsy, but just trying to tie him down a little bit. So back over to Team Masons. It's time for Chisel. So Chisel is going to be spending a point of momentum, which brings you down to 3, to clear the burning condition there. And this is going to enable her to wander up her 6 inches. She's going to stay outside of Midas's melee range to, of course, avoid the unpredictable movement, like so. And now she's going to start trying to hit on him. Now she's got 3.
There's a fair few things she's about to do here.
Oh, wonderful.
He's already singled out,
Yes.
which is really useful, but she's actually going to activate Crazy. So
Okay.
she takes 3 damage for that.
3 damage.
Boop, boop, boop.
Wow.
But it means that for the rest of the activation, she's rolling 3 extra dice. So that takes her attack of 4 to 7, plus the extra 2 for singled out is 9.
9, wow.
So even taking 1 away from the cover, I'm still hitting on rolling 8 dice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you've got 8 dice here, needing 5s.
Yeah.
Which is pretty incredible. So we get to see Chisel in action here. First time a Hot Gates gaming.
Chisel!
Doing her thing. Needing 5s, and you get 2.
2 I'm happy with.
Yeah,
2 is 1 damage and a 1-inch dodge, which is kind of perfect. I'm actually going to move her a little bit close to the cover so that she can take advantage. And then 1 damage.
And 1 damage as well.
Midas.
Which means that he's got 10 left. So you're going to hit again.
Yep.
Here. Looks like a good roll even with that one off the table. Okay, so 3 there.
Chisel doesn't do loads and loads of damage. Oh, that was momentous as well.
Yep.
So I can either do 2 damage without momentum or 1 damage with momentum.
Yep.
So you've got nothing at the moment. I don't think you get any more. So I'm going to do 2 non-momentous damage with that one.
Yep, 2 non-momentous damage.
Yep.
Good stuff.
And then we'll hit 1 more time.
1 more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Cocked dice.
1 at the moment, 2.
That's fine. That's 1 momentous damage and a 1-inch dodge again.
Brilliant.
So I'm not going to move her, but I am going to get another momentum.
Another momentum. So that takes you up to 5 at the moment.
Yep.
So pretty much looking like you're going to go first next turn.
Hopefully.
Which could be a little bit worrying for Midas over there. And back over to what I believe will be the final activation for the Alchemist, which is of course Calculus. So it's the turn of Calculus, and she's just going to spend her 1 here just to do a little bit of running. She's going to run out around that flank, around the far side of the woods, just to that position there, which brings it on to the final activation, I believe,
For Brick.
for you guys. So do you know what you're doing, Brick?
Yeah, it's very straightforward with old Brick. He's going to spend 1, and he's just going to move quite quickly. He's going to move right around to here.
So he's moving up to that position there.
Yeah.
And there we go. That's how it's looking. Now with 5 momentum, I don't think there's any way here that I can win there.
If I roll a 1 and you roll a 6,
6, we could keep on
just
rolling.
roll again. So yeah.
So you are going to get this. Now we do go into the maintenance phase, of course, so you're going to take your burning damage and the like.
Yep.
But we're going to go into turn 3, allocation of influence. Here we go, what could very much be the deciding turn in so many ways. So of course down on this side, Tau with the ball, he's got 2, we've got a few on Hammer there, 4 in fact I think, 1 over on Brick. Hard to tell whether they're actually for them though, that's the thing. You can steal it across, so you can start to see some of the cool little synergies you can do as a Trixie Masons player using the Hammer in your team. She's all stacked up, I wonder what she might be doing. And we've got a couple on Mr. Mallet over there. So for probably the first time since starting Laboratory Longball, Midas doesn't have 7 on him, but he's got enough there just in case you don't do what you need to do, or if you don't prioritise him, which is possible. Over on this far side we've got Calculus, she's got a couple, a few there on Compound, a couple on Mr. Mercury, and then Vitriol's come back on the board and she's got 4 on her. So there we go, that's how it's looking. Let's go into turn 3, first activation for the Masons. Here we go. What can Chisel do? She's got 4 inf on her here. What is she going to be doing, Grant?
First of all, she's not going to spend any influence. She's going to be crazy again.
Okay.
Which will improve her attack for the rest of the activation.
Yep.
By 3. That causes 3 damage to her as well.
Oh wow.
Which then takes her to 4 damage, which doesn't sound like much, but that's great because that activates Painful Rage, which gives her another 2 attack, and that's +1 damage. Yeah, +1 damage to every damaging playbook result she gets.
Wow. Okay,
so,
Midas.
So she's back up to a whopping 9.
Yep.
And then losing 1 for the cover.
Yep. Wow.
With 4 attacks, I'm hoping she can pull this off.
Well, if the rolling's been going the way it's been going so far,
then no.
No, well, you think so. You've done pretty well so far. So here we go. Needing 5s.
Oh, it starts good.
It starts very well. You got 5 out of 8 dice.
I'm immediately going to go for a non-momentous result to do 4 damage to our man Midas.
That makes sense. So he's only got 3 left. If you don't kill him, I'd be very surprised.
But I'm happy with that. So we'll attack again.
Yep. 2. That's
just a 2, but that's fine.
So 1
this
becomes
time,
2.
Yeah, I'll do 1 damage to him, which is momentous, which will become 2 damage to him.
Yep.
He's got 1 left.
He's got 1 left. Will he survive? You need to fluff this.
Again.
Anything but all 1s to 4s, Grant.
Oh my god! Oh, it was so close. It was so close. I'm actually going to. This is so risky. I'm actually going to do a momentous 1-inch dodge.
Interesting.
To pull me around to about there.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend the last one to attack.
Okay, well,
now
one worse than that. That's what we're going for.
Oh, I need 2. Well, actually, I just need 1.
You just need 1. Dad.
Oh my goodness! Look at that! Look at that!
That's obscene. Why can't you guys do this? Why can't you guys do this? Unbelievable.
Okay, yeah, so that'll be a whopping. I'll do the 2 damage, the 2 momentous damage. So I get 1 for that, 1 for taking Midas out.
You should have another one as well, I believe.
No, I did a non-momentous 3 damage.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's right. So Midas has been smashed, only with 3 influence on him.
Now I've not moved her yet, and she gets a 1-inch dodge with that. So I'm going to dodge her 1.
Yeah.
To there, and then she's going to move to rejoin the death ball here, and then I'm also going to spend 1 influence to heal her 4 because she's looking a little bit smashed up.
So the momentum there goes to heal her 4, and Chisel has done her thing. Poor Midas has been taken out. First activation. Be interesting to see here what the hell the Alchemists can do in response. It's currently 4 each.
Ooh.
After much deliberation, much deliberation, looking pretty tough. Lots and lots of thinking. Compound's actually going to try and charge against Tower here. So he's going to move up to that position near the wall, which was, well, I think it was forward a little bit. There we go, so that he could be 2 inches away from Tower, who's also got 2-inch melee. He spent 2 to do that. And he is now going to proceed to hit Tower with that charge. Okay, so he's got attack 5 and he gets 4 dice, but you are going to spend a point of momentum to...
I'm going to spend 2 of my 3.
Okay, 2.
I'm going to spend 1 to defensive stance, to go to 4 up, and then 1 to counter attack as well.
Can you do both in the same turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, so I will need 4s here. 4s with 2 on.
4 and 2.
4 and 2, so here we go, 4s and 2. I've got the right number of dice there.
Crazy achievable.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good roll this.
Come on!
It's a terrible roll, I'll re-roll that one. Oh gosh, that's even worse. Right, so... 4s...
knocked a 2 into a 1.
That would be the luck. Okay, so I only got 2 there, which is pretty terrible, so we're going to look and see what he can do now. He can do a momentous tackle with a 1-inch push, which I think would make sense, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So he's definitely going to be doing that, so I'm going to do that now. And we're going to spend that final point of influence to kick the ball back to Mercury. So the ball's going to go back to Mercury there. And Compound's got a kick of 2, I believe, 2-6. So 4+. Oh, I thought my luck was going to continue badly there. Now I would gain a point of momentum here. However, I'm going to spend that immediately to do a 4-inch dodge with Mercury. So we're going to be moving him back out of the way. It's hammer time. He's coming. He's coming in on Compound. He's going to go and give it a crack. So he's currently...
He's going to steal an influence.
Steal an influence, so he takes him up to 5.
Well, it's going to give him Iron Fists.
Iron Fist. Oh, he steals the influence to get the +1 damage.
That's right. So he's a bit tougher again.
So, wow. So he's going to be doing +1 damage here.
Yep, that's right. And then he's going to move.
So he's going to move in to engage Compound like so.
With his 4.
With his 4.
And let's go. Let's make an attack.
So he's going to make an attack. So it's 3s and 1. You get -1 dice.
Cover.
Because of the cover. 3s and 1. Should get something decent here. There we go. So only 2 off. So you got 4.
Which I will use to do 3 momentous damage.
So you can do 3 momentous damage.
Yeah, becomes 2. 2 goes to 3.
2 goes to 3.
So yeah.
Generate that point of momentum.
Yeah.
We're going to mark that off the card now. And then we're going to go into number 2 of 4.
Yep. We'll do the same again.
Exactly the same again. Oh, Gluttonous Mass.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That's a good point. So that first one's ignored.
We've got a Gluttonous Mass thing over there.
We've got a Gluttonous Mass thing. So that's been activated. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the kind of thing I wouldn't normally remember.
No, and that's perfectly useful. So yeah, 3rd attack now. Curse that Gluttonous Mass.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as good now.
No.
I'm going to do 2 damage and a knockdown.
So
momentously.
So 2 damage and a knockdown. So it's going to be much easier to hit him now.
Yes. So we're on 2s now.
2s and 1.
We'll hit him again.
Hit him again.
Let's do this.
2s and 1. We'll see lots and lots of 1s here. No, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's lovely.
So only 1 comes off, so you get 5 there.
I'll do 4 non-momentous with that one.
4 non-momentous.
Which I'll mark in a second.
Yep.
And then 1 more attack.
1 more attack. Will he survive?
Yeah, he's definitely going to survive. Until Tower moves in. Okay. That's 4 that time, so that'll be a 2, which becomes 3 momentous. So 7 in total.
7 damage on the big man himself there.
And one last thing.
Oh.
I am going to activate Hammer Time.
Hammer Time.
One of those.
Yep.
Am I? Yeah, to activate Hammer Time.
So this is heroic rather than legendary, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. And what does Hammer Time do?
Hammer Time, I don't know if I should activate it, to be honest. I don't think it's going to be any worth. No, let's do it. Let's do it. It means that other models can take advantage of the Punishing March, Iron Fist and Ball Hog abilities.
Oh wow.
So they'll be able to steal influence from other players to be able to bolster themselves.
Wow.
So hopefully that will be able to get my other guys in and doing something special.
Wow. So as you can see, the middle of the pitch is completely dominated by Masons at the moment. Currently 4 each. Can the Alchemists pull ahead? We shall see. So it's a turn of Flask, and as you can see, he already measured this out. He's going to be moving over the obstruction. Of course, he's not sprinting or charging, so it doesn't affect him. And he's going to be going into his little smoke bomb there, popping up the smoke to help Vitriol out. So back to the Masons. And Malek's going to be activating on this one. So what's he going to be doing, right?
He's going to just move up into this, the middle of this ball here.
Yep.
To about there.
Yep.
He will sprint actually, so we can get a bit further. So we'll move around to about there.
Yep.
And then he's going to leave 1 on himself for whatever reason. Who knows? And that's the end of Malek.
Wow. So back over to the Alchemists. And it's the Alchemists, so we're coming in here with Calculus, and Calculus is moving up less than her 8 here. She's going to put herself 8 inches away from Brick into that position, and she's going to spend the final 1 to chuck a blind on him. Now it only costs 1, and he's 2s to hit, correct?
Yep.
2s to hit. Just. So Brick is going to be blinded for what that's worth. So now it's going to be Mr. Marbles, and Marbles is just going to be wandering around just to get a little bit of extra crowding out on the big guy. So it's the turn of Mercury, and Mercury's going to be kicking the ball to Vitriol here. So he's got 4 dice, and he needs a 4. And you get it? Yes. It's always the last ones that you see, isn't it? The first 2 are always the fails, or the first one's always the fail. So the ball's successfully going to go to Vitriol, and then she's going to use that point of momentum to do her 4-inch dodge up into that position there with the ball. And that leaves Mercury, I wish I had Midas, with 1 more left, which I'm going to use to sprint him round here, which I'll do now. It's time for Tower. And he's just going to be walking in.
He will do, before he does that, he's going to steal some influence from
Makes sense.
Mallet to give himself Iron Fists.
It's a +1 damage.
That's right.
So you got a nice 14 to try and do here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it in one go, but
No.
I'm going to make a damn good
You're
attempt.
going to get a good crack. So you're going to move in there, staying outside of an inch by the looks of it.
That's right.
And you are going to be hitting, now not singled out or anything, so you attack.
He's tack 5.
You've got a couple of crowding outs.
Adds hammer and marbles, then takes 1 away.
Takes 1 cover. So 6 here, but you do need 2s because he's knocked down. So 2s and 1, rolls all 1s.
Oh wait, you're knocked down, so I'm actually adding another 2.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, he's much better against knockdown models. Oh, typically a 1.
A 1. So
But look at those 6s!
there's a lot of 6s there. So you take 1 away and you've got 6 hits, which is lovely.
That's beautiful. That's a wrap. My
Oh,
goodness. Wow. The entire world is surprised.
Tower's doing his thing.
He will do
Overpowered.
3. Yeah, his overpowered thing. He will do 3 non-momentous damage.
So
no,
3?
which becomes 4 because of Iron Fists. And he's also going to do a momentous push.
Yep.
Which he's not going to bother with because I'm not going to move you out of cover, and I don't see any point in moving you anywhere else. So yeah, lovely. That gets me a nice point of momentum, and does 4 damage, which is always lovely.
Yep.
And then I'll attack again.
Wonderful. So here we go.
It's the same again.
Same again. So nice little wrap.
Yep. This time I will actually do 3 damage, which becomes 4.
Yep.
And then 1 damage, which becomes 2. So 6 damage with that one.
6 damage with that one.
Yeah. So in total I've done 10, which is kind of awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
1, 2, 3.
The butchers look on with jealousness.
8, 9, 10. Yeah.
So he's only got 3 left.
Yeah. That's massive.
But that's going to be it.
Yep, that'll be that.
And that's your final activation as well.
I've got 1 left. I've got Brick, but he's not going to be
Brick.
doing anything. He's just going to be wandering somewhere.
So Compound just about survives, but it doesn't look good for him next turn. So next up, it's going to go back over to the Alchemists, and it will be Vitriol. Here we go. Time to shine Vitriol. She is going to do her smoke bomb, which costs 1 on herself like so. And she is then going to sprint, all pre-measured of course, the 11 inches to get her into that position there, which is wonderfully 8 inches from the goal. She's got the ball here. She's got 2, but she's obviously only going to spend 1 of those to shoot. We're going to spend that single point of momentum to have a go and try and get this currently to 8-4. That's what we're going for here. She's got to kick a 4. Please score. Come on, number 2. All the 2s, and then the single 1 there. So she does manage to score. She generates a point of momentum for doing so. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm going to work out whether I'm going to dodge with her. Well, I have to dodge because
She can't heal.
She can't heal. Yeah. So I'll be probably dodging with her now. I think that makes sense. And Vitriol's going to spend that 1 to move herself out into the cover because it looks like I'm not going to be able to get away from any of those masons. So there we go. That is how it's looking. Now you are ahead on the momentum front. You have got 3.
I've still got Brick to shuffle.
Oh, you've still got Brick to shuffle, of course.
She's still got a little bit of moving. He's -2 move because of blind, which gives him a whopping 2 inches of movement.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's just insane. So he's just going to go to there.
Ooh, interesting. So he's just moved up to that position.
Yeah.
And here we go. So this is where I'm going to set the bar for you here because I'm going to roll a 6.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll a 6, and then you are going to really annoy me because you got 3.
Yeah.
You're only going to roll a 2.
Okay.
Are you watching this? I see the future. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to roll.
Okay. No.
I'm going to roll first. I'm going to put the pressure on. You get it.
The 1 score.
And so it goes over to the Masons. And of course, in our excitement, because we're having such a wonderful game, we forgot to scatter the ball. So this is where you roll a 6 and 6 inches. Oh! It's wonderful news!
Oh my god!
For the
Suddenly the magic worked.
for the however many odds that is that happens. Oh wow! So that really does change a couple of things. For
Oh
you.
my god!
Yeah, we're going to go to allocation of influence. Wonderful news! Wow, here is how it's looking. Lots of choices for Grant here. Currently 8-4 down, but lots of tempting targets. Should be able to kill at least 2 in this turn.
Hopefully.
At least 2. So Tower there, currently got 4. Hammer, currently got 4. We got 1 on hammer, we got 2 on chisel, and we've got 2 on brick there. We might have to do a little bit of business. Meanwhile, calculus has got 4 there. We've got a few up there on Midas on the far side. The picture has come back on. Vitriol's got 4 on her, and that is how our pitch is looking. We're going to go into Mason's turn 1 activation, and do you know what you're doing?
Yeah, it's Tower first.
Ooh.
I'm not going for that ball. I know it's crazy, but I have a plan.
Okay.
I'm hoping this works.
Okay.
Tower's going to attack compound on the ground.
He's going to hit compound.
That's right. He's going to go for compound. So that's 1 of his 4.
Now compound is on the floor.
So he gets 5.
Yep.
Plus 2 for him being on the floor.
Yep. Plus 2 more.
Plus 2 because of the crowding out. Take
Minus
1 away for the cover.
Here we go. Needing 2s, 1 armor.
Yeah.
No 1s.
We've got to do 3 damage here. What?
That's nice. And then 1 more.
Okay, I think that's still going to be enough. It is.
So 4 hits.
So oh no, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
I'll do 2 momentous damage.
So 2 momentous damage gives you a point of momentum.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll spend another of my 2 attacking again.
Okay. So you did 2 damage then.
That's right.
So I'm now down to a single one.
Let's go again.
And you hit again. So you will kill him then.
Hopefully.
Oh, gluttonous mass ignores that.
Oh no! I should have figured this out. Oh well, so that's ignored that one.
Are you sure you don't want to go back? Are you...
No. Let's just do it. I've made the mistake. So yeah, so we'll attack this time. This hopefully ignoring the gluttonous mass and killing you in one go.
Okay. That's
yes,
much better roll.
that's going to kill him in one go.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to. I want some momentum from this, so I'm going to do 2 momentous damage.
Yep.
And then another 1 non-momentous, which will bag me 2 momentum.
2 momentum now.
Which is what I wanted, and that takes compound out.
So compound's out of it now. He has been smashed.
Puts me to 6.
3 of the starting players have been taken off.
Yeah, and here's the fun part. I'm
Yep.
now going to charge Vitriol.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've not moved yet.
Yep.
So
Potentially a 4-point activation here. Potentially. Well, she's low. She's not had a chance to come back on.
he's going to fly into base contact.
Yep.
Because I want that to happen.
Yep.
So I've got 5. I'm going to add 4 show dice for the charge.
Oh dear.
After the 5s.
You get 3.
Oh, that's nice actually.
You get
I mean,
3.
it's not going to be enough, but I will go for 2 momentous damage for now.
So 2 momentous damage. So
Yeah.
Vitriol is going to be down to 2.
Yeah, that's right. And I've got the momentum, which is key. Okay.
So there we go.
Wasn't exactly what I wanted, but for now it will do.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. So there we go. That's how the pitch is looking after the Masons have gone first. And this is turn 3, is it? Or turn 4? Is this turn 3?
Turn 4.
Turn 4. Okay, turn 4. So back over to the Alchemists. So Vitriol has to go next, really. She has to go next. And she's going to be moving 2 inches away. Just like so. So she's right on that 2-inch point, staying within the cover, which she benefits from, of course. And she is going to opt to hit Tower. And you're going to spend 1 to counter-attack, of course, okay? So she is attacking here, and she's only got 5, because I don't think you are an inch away.
I'm not in cover, no.
You're not in cover. Okay, so she's got 5 here, and it's 3s and 2s. So we need a good roll, really. We just want to generate that momentum, hopefully. With a push dice, we want 2 results, really, here.
Yeah.
2 results, okay. So here we go. All 6s.
Slow tens.
Good. That's not bad, actually.
You've got the 2
That's
results.
exactly, that's the
You've got
2 what we
results.
wanted, okay? So 2 come off because of the armour, and he's going to do a momentous push dodge, which is all important. So we are going to do that now. And there we go, that is the momentous push dodge. She's gained that point of momentum, and she's pushed Hammer just out of the way. She's come back round the cover ever so slightly, and she's going to spend the next 2 to clone herself, but more importantly, she's got that point of momentum. So it's the turn of Chisel, and she's just going to be moving up. She's going to be spending 1 to sprint. She moves up, snaps the ball 2, just on the edge of that cover there, and then coming back 3, and then she's going to be passing the ball to Mallet. She's got a kick of 2.
2, but within Mallet's aura, she goes up by 1.
Goes up by 1, it doesn't matter because you're going to roll 1, 2, and 3. You get it. You nail it. I tried to curse it. If you say it enough times, you get epic moments like that double 6.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you say it
It's
enough,
a
so you
numbers
do,
game.
Exactly. So you generate a point of momentum. Are you going to spend that?
Yeah, am I going to spin it? Yeah, I am. Mallet's going to dodge forward a little bit.
He's going to dodge forward a bit.
He's going to move forward to there.
There we go. So that puts you on 2 momentum.
3 in total.
3 in total.
Yeah.
And it's going to go back over to the Alchemists. Okay, so here we go. Next up, we're going to move up with Midas. He's going to move 6 inches away from Brick here. He did have to run to do that, so he spent 1. He's got 4 on him in total. He's going to spend the next 2 to put Clone up on himself, and he's going to spend the final 1 to heavy burden Brick. So final 1.
One second, sorry, did you just stop within 6 inches of Brick?
Oh, it would be, would it? Yeah, so you can charge.
Counter charge.
Do you want to?
Oh, kind of wanted to charge calculus. Yeah, I'm going to. Sorry.
Remember unpredictable movement.
That's right. I won't.
Good shout. There we
way
go.
you just
That's
go,
how we
good.
play, Giblin. That's how we play. Okay, yeah. Friendly games. Okay, so here we
Thanks
go.
for the reminder.
So I won't be rewarded now
It's
because the Guild Ball gods are awful, and this is where I roll.
Don't roll that 1.
And Brick is going to be heavy burdened.
It's too much for him.
That ends it there for Brick. Not for Brick, for Midas. Or does it? Yeah, that ends it for Midas, so we're going to go back over to the Masons. Here we go, it's Mallet's turn now, and the first thing he's going to do is he's going to spend his 1 to pass the ball over to Hammer. Now he has a kick of 4? 3.
Yeah, 2, but it goes up by 1 for legendary.
Exactly, so he rolls terribly. Oh, he does! This is terrible news for...
Why?
I think it's the first missed kick in the whole game, no?
I think it's potentially the only kick I've made.
So this is going to go in the... Ooh, where do we want it to go?
It's going to go 6 and 6 again, isn't it? Let's be honest.
1 and 6.
1 and 6 would be good for you.
1 and 6. 4 and 3.
3.
Not ideal.
Oh, it's 3 and 4, isn't it? Yeah.
3 or 4. Ah, that means I can still get it to Hammer, but I just won't get the momentum for it, because obviously the ball path then becomes that.
Yep.
So I will get it to Hammer. I would have liked the momentum.
But there we go. That's how it's looking, because you were planning to dodge.
I wanted to dodge him, yeah. I wanted to dodge him so that I could benefit from... I could just basically...
You can still
steal
use
some
a
of
point of momentum to do that, can't you?
No, it's only if there's a successful
Only if you use
pass,
it.
yeah. And then Mallet gets to move, and he will... He's going to... Actually, he's going to shuffle back to about there.
Oh, he's shuffling back a little bit.
That's right.
So there we go. Wow, that's how it's looking at the moment. Back over to the Alchemists. Here we go. He's just going to pop his smoke up, and that's going to cover him and Mercury there. That's Flask activation. So back to the Masons. Super easy movement here for you.
Yep, he's going to sprint, which gives him a grand total of 2 inches.
Wow.
He's the best.
And that's of course because he's heavy burdened.
Yep, it's a very strategic placement of that. And he'll save that influence.
He's going to save that influence. I wonder why.
Ooh.
I wonder why. So there we go. That's how it's looking. Back over to the Alchemists. Now Mercury's going to go next. He's just going to trundle in a little bit closer there to Flask. So there we go. Back over to the Masons. So here we go. It is hammer time, and first thing he's going to do is steal the influence to get Bullhog.
Yep.
Which does
Gives him +1 kick.
+1
Yeah,
kick.
so he goes from 2 to 3 kick.
2 to 3 kick. Now
Which is
he's going to
okay.
spend momentum to clear burning. Did you say?
No.
Gonna keep
not
it?
the flame. So that
That's the
means he
He's
needs.
-2 movement.
That would make him movement 5. So he's
Yep.
going to spend 1 of his many influence to sprint.
So you're going to sprint.
Yeah, which means that he can get close enough to make a shot.
He certainly can. So he spends 1 to there.
Moves to there.
And gets within 8 of the goal.
That's right. And he's going to make a kick. I know it's burning a lot of wasted influence. People shout at me, but
So this is to make it 10.
that's right. And I'm going to spend 1 to make the kick and 1 to bonus time as well.
Wow.
For 10, it's worth doing.
Certainly is.
Come on, Screamer. Yeah!
You do get a screamer. Double 6s.
Woo!
So 2 points of momentum.
Get it straight back.
Get it straight back. So you're back up to 3.
That's right. I'm not going to shuffle away or move or anything, but it will end his activation.
So he's going to end his activation, which is going to we're going to come back after the ball has bounced out. This is it. This might be too much to ask considering the dice rolling throughout this game, but a good ball scatter could win the game for the Alchemists here. So very gutsy going for goal there, but that's been the name of this game, huh?
Yeah.
The name of the game.
Yeah.
So really, we want a very decent ball roll here. You know.
Or terrible. I'll be happy with terrible.
4 inches or something like that would be absolutely perfect. So it's going to go in the direction of 6. I don't really want that. It's not terrible.
Straight to chisel. Come on.
And come on, don't be brutal. 2 inches. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So that is going to take us 2 inches into the 6, which we're going to move into that position there. I don't think she can score now, but it does make things very, very, very tense going into the next turn for sure. So let's talk a little bit about the predicament of the Alchemists here. So a nice ball dodge would have been wonderful. It had gone up towards Calculus on Midas there, then could have probably gone on to win the game, but that would have been a huge amount of luck, because I do feel like I have been hanging on to the edge of the cliff throughout all this, somehow managing to stay in the game with the goals, which is one of the wonderful things about Guild Ball, right? Now, you look at this here and you think, right, okay, what can Calculus do? And really it's going to be about who's going to go first in the next turn. There is that temptation to try and get up and maybe start hitting on Chisel, but of course there is that counter charge there from Brick. Yes, he's heavy burden, so it's only 2 inches, but he's got a 4-inch threat, so wherever she goes, she's going to be able to be counter charged. So I think what she's going to have to do here, we have pre-measured this, is she's going to have to spend 1 to run. She basically moves up, picks up the ball, which is 3.5, and then back up into that position there. That costs 1. She's now got the ball. She's then going to throw her Noxious Blast 8 inches into that position there, to try and get Chisel and Brick. We do have a
Bright green.
Which one? This one here? Oh, bright green. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So remember, guys, you know where to get these from, and as Hotgates Gaming patrons and subscribers, you will get a discount. Make sure you find me an email, hotgatesgaming@gmail.com, to learn a little bit more about that if you want to. So here we go. Does it hit? She spent 2 to do this, so on Chisel needing a 3+. Nope. And on Brick needing a 2+. Just okay. So he is going to be poisoned there. That costs 2, and she's going to spend a final 1 to pass the ball. She's going to pass the ball to Midas. Okay. So needing a 4+. Thank goodness for that. So she just about does it. That does gain me a point of momentum, which means I am going to be 1 behind. Now again, there is that temptation here. Do you try and use that to kind of dodge away? But you are going to need to generate momentum at the start of next turn, even if you do win it. Okay, so we've got 1 more activation on our side of things now.
Yeah, he's just going to wander along.
Which is going to be marbles here. So it really is going to come down to who gets this next roll off, because you only need 2 now to win.
That's right, yeah.
And I need 4. So if this does go to me, there we go. If this does go to me, it's pretty likely that I don't know actually.
Midas should be able to get into score, but then with that counter charge from Brick, it might be trickier than we think.
Yeah.
If the activation goes to me, then Tower's going to take down Vitriol.
He certainly is.
Oof.
So it really now you're on +1 here.
Yep.
Okay. So this is going to be your first terrible roll of the game. A really terrible.
Do you remember the 6-6 kicks?
That was wonderful. That was a great roll. I don't know what you mean. Okay, so give me a chance here. A 4.
7.
A 7. Okay. So
you need 5 at least for the re-roll.
5 at least for the re-roll. But if we see something we've not seen too much, which is this Alchemist symbol, then it's going to go to the Alchemists.
So tense.
It's been a fantastic game, buddy. Thank you so much for travelling.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this. It's been great.
Really good fun.
I hope it's alright.
It's an Alchemist 6! It's re-rolls. It's time to re-roll.
The
Gosh,
tension.
this is unbelievable. Okay, so set the bar. This is where you roll the 1, Grant.
It's going to bounce back and haunt me. Oh no!
So on a 3+, I get this.
Yeah.
It goes to the Alchemist, and now we need to work out whether it's possible to win this damn game.
So much tension.
Wow, so I'm absolutely terrified here. Absolutely terrified. let's go through the plan. So, of course, 7 there on Midas. It doesn't really matter what we've done on anything else yet, not unless this doesn't pay off. Okay, so we're going to have to charge brick. It means we're always going to be within 2 inches of chisel, so we're going to be getting a -1 dice, but I think it's something we need to take because 2's to hit him. Now really with that, we need to get 4 push dodges. That's what we need, that's the goal. If we get 4 push dodges here of 7 influence, obviously 6 influence really because 1's to shoot, then we do this. Okay,
that's all you need. 4 inches, 4 push dodges.
Okay. So
it's achievable.
He's going to charge in. Boom. Oh, my hands are shaking. My hands are shaking. It's been an epic. It's been epic. It's been really, really good fun. Not good for the heart at all in any way. Okay, so technically just 3 more for charging because of chisel. Okay, so it's 2's to hit, and you are 2 armor?
It's 2 armor and 2 plus to hit, so...
2 plus to hit. So let's see, lots and lots of 2 pluses here, no 1s.
Oh, it's good.
No 1s.
It's remarkably good.
It's remarkably good. So we have got a lot here. We've got 7. 7 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is going to allow us to do 2 lots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know one. So we're going to do momentous 2 damage plus a push dodge.
Yeah. Tough hide and take that down to 1 damage, but
1 damage.
You don't really care about that.
That's not what we're really going for. Yeah. And then we're also going to heavy burden someone.
For the momentum.
For the momentum. So we'll pick that up now. And we chose to heavy burden this guy over here. Okay, so we spent 2, and as you can see, we've pushed brick a little bit away actually, just to help us. So we've already spent 2, and we're going to spend 1 here. Now we're going to be hitting against chisel. Okay, we're going to be hitting against chisel. It's 3s and 1s, and we've done this so that we're not going to lose dice down the line. We still lose dice for this one. We generated 2 points of momentum before. I'm going to use one of them to bonus time. I think that's probably worthwhile. I'm tax 6, and I'm going to stay tax 6 basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3s and 1 here. 3s and 1. It's not a great roll. So just 1, which is not going to be good, but I think that we've still got room to do this.
Yeah.
So with that, that's not great. We are going to do 1 damage to chisel. 1 damage to chisel, but that's not really what we can afford to do. So we're going to go into the next roll. So if my dice cannot choose this moment to epically fail me, because now I have no room for another one of those. So I have to spend the other momentum I have to bonus time this, because it's not worth the risk of another bad result. Okay, so we're spending that 1. We need 3 more push dodges.
You need at least 2 successes here, so 3s and 1.
Oh gosh, I'm scared. Okay, that's fine.
That's fine, you've got what you need. Yeah.
Got what we need, okay. So momentous push dodge, we gain a point of momentum, and we're going to do that now. So some tense discussions about bonus times because of course you don't want to risk getting into that situation where you go to take the shot and you can't bonus up. At the same time, I need to put myself in a position to do that. So although I've got 6 dice here, I am actually going to use my point of momentum I've got at the moment to make that 7. Because I can't risk, okay? So far I've used 2 to charge, I've done 2 attacks, so I spend this next one.
Yeah.
3s and 1. It's a fabulous roll.
That's phenomenal.
1 comes off, and we actually get 5 there, which is great. 5 allows us a momentous 2 damage and a push dodge, which is brilliant. So 2 damage and the push dodge, we're going to do that now. Again, do you save that point of momentum, you know, so that you've got that bonus time shot? But the thing is, because she's an inch away, if we get the push dodge that we need, she'll be away, so I'll get my normal kick, which is 3, no matter what. Okay, so I think I'm going to ensure that I get the kick here. It's scary stuff. I'm going to spend that point of momentum, and I'm going to hit again. Okay, so this is the one to get in range of the goal. Influence. Oh, I've got 1 more after this before shooting. That's not great, but it's enough. It's a good job that we bonus time, okay? So we get momentum. Gosh, that was scary, man. Heart in mouth stuff. I'm going to push chisel away, and I'm going to move an inch towards the goal. So you're going to move an inch away. That's it. And I'm going to move an inch to the goal. Oh my god, this is it now. As you can see, he's got 1 imp on him. He's not engaged, and that 1 momentum to shoot. a goal here will win the Alchemists what has been an incredibly good, really good game.
Yeah.
You know, I hope that comes across on camera for you guys. We've had a wonderful time here. Let's hope that this is it for all kinds of reasons. I think I've got a client in 25 minutes.
I'm going to catch a train back to Dover.
You do. I'll give you a lift to the station. Don't you worry about that. I don't think I'll be able to clear up. That'll be the thing. So Jane will find out what I've been doing today. She's worried. If I don't get this, you will kill a player and you will win the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
This so much comes down to this. The 80s power music is beginning in the background.
I can do that.
Dramatic this is.
I can do that, editing wise.
Honestly do.
I probably won't. I probably won't remember. But here we go.
I'm going to remind you.
Thank you so much. Here.
Thank you for having me. I hope you lose.
It's a screamer! Oh
my goodness!
What an amazing game.
Absolutely phenomenal.
That was so much fun.
What a game.
Wow, I think there's only one thing to do because we get very tempted in these moments. That was incredible. I feel a little bit faint, I don't know about you.
Yeah, a little bit dizzy.
Yeah. Do you know what, Guild Ball is such an amazing game because, you know, there's bits of you that will the other person when cool stuff happens for things to work out, and you're just like, wow, that was really cool. I definitely felt that from you there, like, yeah, come on, you've got to do it. Come on, if you do this. Yeah. So much on it. Absolutely wonderful. The game finishes 12-10 to the Alchemists.
Yeah.
You were a kill away. If Midas hadn't have scored that unbonus time shot, you would have killed Vitriol.
Yeah.
You would have, or even Midas.
Yeah,
because you would have killed one of them. So there we go, absolutely fantastic game. Let's go into the post-match breakdown. Thanks so much again. Oh my days. What a great game, Guild Boys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was one of the best games.
That was so much fun. So much to talk about as well. So let's get straight into it.
Yeah.
So you were using the Masons with hammer for the first time.
Yeah.
So we got down onto the table. I was kicking the ball off. You wanted to receive. You got to. I don't think have I ever chosen on one of these. Have I ever managed to be in a position where I choose to kick or receive? I don't think it's happened. I can never remember it happening. So what was your thinking? You looked at the pitch. You looked how I deployed. What was your plan on the get-go?
Where it's the first time I've used hammer, it was tricky trying to come up with an opening tactic. What I was hoping to do was try and lure one of your vulnerable models out so I could then charge him and just start the crunch straight away, which never really happened. It just meant that I just had to shuffle everything up. Then after that, it was just relying on my beat sticks to do what they needed to do, which is weird because usually every single Masons game I play, I will open up with Honor, superior strategy, herself, then someone else, and dropping her legendary to make sure that I've got a 6 influence, either Chisel with 2 activation 6 influence to go to goal, or a Mallet with 2 activation 6 influence to kill something. And it seemed weird not starting with that, and I felt like I struggled to build my momentum up into the game as a result.
It's interesting that you felt that you struggled in that early part of the game because I think you get this whenever you play against any new team, especially you guys who are new players. A big part of Guild Wars is, of course, learning what you're up against. And I did feel like I went into this pretty blinded and heavy burdened and everything because I really didn't know too much about Warhammer. I did find myself in the early game not really having too much of a strategy other than seeing what the hell you were doing, to be honest. And you very much sort of had that concrete block,
that rolling
moving forward,
of death,
and it was terrifying. It was pretty terrifying.
I think he makes the team much more reactive because I kind of did the same thing. I didn't entirely know how to start, but I found that turn 2 and 3 it was very easy for me to go. Actually, I'm going to react by doing this, which is great, and I think that's what the Masons were kind of supposed to be. So I really liked that. And Hammer does what you need him to do. Definitely.
The thing is, I did look at this, and I'm sure you're the same when you go into any game. You look down at the pitch and you think, how am I going to win this game? How's my opponent going to win this game? Where are the VPs coming from? And I was pretty sure that unless I decided to be a bit killy with Midas and maybe go after your mascot and do the +1 damage with his heroic and the like and just sort of chop something down. He could have even done that on Chisel, to be honest. That really, I probably wasn't going to be going for the kill victory points. I probably was going to have to win by 3 goals. And I think it's a really key part of playing Guild Ball is, I said it a few times in now, I felt like I was hanging on all the time. I kind of accepted that you were going to take down a few people. That was going to be bad. But as long as I could keep myself there or thereabout and put myself in a position where I was a goal away from winning, that perhaps I could just do it.
That came across, to be honest. Every time I left an opening, you know, every time I made a mistake and left an opening, you exploited it. You grabbed that ball as often as you could. You were scoring those goals, and
at the detriment to my players. Again, there was definitely that kind of looking at the pitch and thinking, they're going to die if I do this. But do you know what? 4 for 2 in this game, where you might get a goal, I think, but then the ball's going to come back out at some point.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was I thought that you might just hold on to the ball.
I was tempted in that last turn, because I was those 4 points behind. I was really considering holding on and getting a kill before going for the goal. But then I decided, if I went, I thought with Midas and Calculus over here on the side, I thought, you know, they'll never get the ball.
Yeah.
It won't get to them. Then we had that reasonably good scatter to get the ball to them, and that really mixed things up. So yeah, it might have been a better plan for me to hold on to that and get the kills secured before I went for that game-winning goal. But
maybe.
The thing is, it was fun. Even though I didn't win, it was just utterly enjoyable, and that's the point.
You're talking, you know, and if I hadn't have got that, you would have won the game. So this is the thing, and you were +1 up. If you'd have got that first turn, got to go first, you would have won the game. You would have killed Vitriol, or you would have killed. It probably would have been Vitriol that you went after. I'm guessing.
With 1 point of damage to take. Yes. Exactly,
and you would have taken her out. And then even then, with me getting that, it wasn't 100%. I mean, when I fluffed that dice roll,
that was the killer thing. Both of us had just some utterly terrible, and then some completely out of the blue, unbelievable dice rolls in that. That really contributed to the swinging, I think, of the game.
Yeah, it was a wonderful matchup. It really worked out well. I hope it looked good for you guys there. I hope that we got and I hope that we didn't lose ourselves too much in enjoying the game, and you still got a nice filming experience. Because a couple of times, and that's the sign of a really good game. I do see this filming it as trying to make it as a form of entertainment. But I lost myself in that game a few times where I forgot that I was filming, and as someone behind the camera, you've got to be careful of doing that, because it was just so much fun. Really, really great matchup. So I can't thank you enough again. Thank you so much for supporting the channel as well. We're obviously offering a discount to those guys who come to you from Hot Gates Gaming. So make sure you take Grant up on that from Art War Studios and let him know where you've come from to get those discounts. So you can get all these wonderful tokens that you have seen during the game. No longer will I have to use the engineer's tokens from my Alchemists, which is a good thing. So make sure you check out the links in the video description below, not just to support Grant, but also to support Hot Gates Gaming. The Patreon links are below. Remember, there are loads of benefits to being Patreons, and of course that is a way of supporting us making good content going forward. We've had a great game, haven't we?
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks so much for travelling all the way up for it as well. Hope you guys out there having great games of Guild Ball just like this one, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Laboratory Longboard. So cool.
Amazing.
That was so cool.
So good.
That was so cool.
Totally worth the 8-hour journey.